Thank you, Chair. I asked you to facilitate me today. There'll be no young children in the gallery, and I appreciate they're not, and I've asked the ushers to facilitate that as well. So, Leader, you may have seen some of the work done last month by the Irish Women's Lobby, who took a deep dive into some of the reading material that's been recommended by school children by the NCCA, the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment. While many books seemed innocent and helpful enough, a few other entries jumped out, notably one book which offers detailed instruction on manually bringing men to sexual climax, anal sex and oral sex, with accompanying childish cartoons. This book is gay, is written by James Dawson, is aimed at the junior cycle and informs children as young as 12 that perhaps the most important skill you will master as a gay or bi man is the timeless classic, the hand job. The good news is that you can practice on yourself. While the book itself is tagged as being for the over 12 or young adult category, it is found on the Rainbow Reads list, a project sponsored by An Post and Children's Books Ireland, which is actually included in all resource listings for junior infants onwards. I'm sure many members of the LGBT community would share these concerns regarding children and age-appropriate material. The literature around heterosexual relationships doesn't seem to be as graphic for whatever reason. It isn't a cherry-picked example from a sea of similar content. It's just that the inappropriate content happens to be in this particular book. The NCCA leaves it up to the individual teachers as to which material they will use, choosing from a list which spans children aged 0 to 18 years. According to the Irish Women's Lobby Group, warnings that teachers should note the recommended age range and ensure it is suitable for the class levels they teach were only added after the issues was flagged by the NCCA. Parents send their children to school and expect them to come back able to do long division and recite a little bit of Robert Frost, not to be able to inform their parents that, and I quote, each guy has become very used to his own way of getting himself off. Nobody voted for this, and I can assure you that there would be uproar if this was known by parents the country over. So can Minister Fomley urgently address the concerns of these parents and ensure that any and all material used in our schools is age appropriate? And I, for one, would say that there needs to be seriously repercussions from whoever sanctioned this. It doesn't reflect the wishes of the Irish parents and it shouldn't be acceptable in our schools. Thank you. Senator
Sharon Keogan raised issues and her concerns about the NCCA and the curriculum. I don't know, we're a long way since Dr. Kinsey, I think it was, in 1948 or 1953, in the books of sexual behaviour in the human male and sexual behaviour in the human female. And I know it has been described as Puritanism, as that haunting fear that someone somewhere is having some fun. Look, I think it's children, they don't need books, they have Google. They find out a lot of things on Google. And as long as people are safe and respectful and anything that is done is consensual and of legal age, then we have to let people live their own lives. And obviously parents have a right to know what's going on, and I'm sure they do, and they can engage if they feel there is something inappropriate.